I'm Will Brew, co-founder of RentReady. RentReady is a B2B managed services platform. And today, I really want to walk through two topics. First, our core service platform, which is focused on streamlining the multifamily turnover process. And second, how that technology platform that we built put us in a very unique position to quickly respond to the current pandemic and launch a national disinfecting service. At RentReady, our core mission is make ready made easy. We're transforming how the multifamily industry turns apartments. Every year, more than 50% of multifamily units turn over, and on-site teams are tasked with turning them within 5 days, while trying to manage the constant barrage of resident work orders. Every time someone moves out, a unit needs to be painted, cleaned, carpet cleaned, and oftentimes maintenance and repair needs to happen as well. To schedule these 4 or 5 vendors in a timely manner is an absolute nightmare. The old process is completely broken. On-site teams have to find and vet 4 to 5 vendors for every single turn, and those happen 125 times per year on average. Inevitably, something goes wrong. More than 20% of the time, either a vendor doesn't show up or there's a quality concern, which can add up to over 1,100 vendor interactions in a year across a community. And if you've ever tried to coordinate just 1 or 2 vendor interactions for a home project, you know exactly how much of a pain this is. That's where RentReady comes in. We built a single source platform for all turn services. We streamline scheduling and logistics. We provide transparency into work details and status. And ultimately, we're ensuring that residents can move into a unit on time and that it's a quality experience. We've done this through our platform by entirely rewriting the way the make-ready process happens. We make order entry easy. You can get confirmation of the work that's been scheduled, track that progress against what's needed, view the details of what's happening, and ultimately know that your units will be ready for your residents to move in. This solution has seen significant traction. We deliver tens of thousands of services for over 350 communities that represent more than 90,000 multifamily units. RentReady was poised to have a banner year in 2020. And like most companies, we've had to adapt to a rapidly changing environment. In March, cities began to shut down. Evictions were paused and move-outs slowed. A new problem and a new opportunity emerged. Everyone who owns, manages, or occupies space is concerned about ensuring safety and minimizing the financial impact of the current pandemic. And as the pandemic struck, our clients began asking what they really needed to do to mitigate risk. Did they need to provide more cleaning? Were there other services that we could provide through our platform? We moved quickly to research all different types of information, whether it was CDC guidelines, other services, or other application methods. And like me, what we discovered was electrostatic spraying of a disinfectant is really the superior application method. If you're not aware of electrostatic spraying, essentially what it is you can apply an EPA endless chemical through a sprayer that charges the particle as it comes out of the sprayer and allows that to attract to surfaces. So the best way to think about this is you visualize the doorknob. If you spray that with disinfectant and then wipe it with a rag, which is a typical cleaning process, it's highly unlikely that you're going to get every surface of that doorknob. Whereas with an electrostatic sprayer, because those particles are charged, they actually attract to the surface and ensure 360-degree coverage to hit all areas. And ultimately, we feel like this is a superior application method. We moved quickly to launch this service in our platform. From an initial brainstorming session in early April to repositioning our platform to add the service and procuring a national network of vendors, we delivered our first service 15 days later in mid-April, and by the end of April had signed our first national portfolio. All space types that are occupied are really concerned about the threat of coronavirus. In multifamily, we've seen clients implement this really 2 ways. One is on turns, where there will have been 5 or 6 different vendors in, and we can come in and perform sanitization services as a last step to ensure that the unit is properly disinfected and really give the new resident peace of mind. Communities are then able to advertise that as a differentiator in what is a very difficult leasing environment and attract new residents. We're also seeing adoption in multifamily for common areas, whether it's high touch, high traffic, like clubhouses, offices, or mailrooms, really as a way of mitigating risk on site. And across all of these verticals, there are really two main use cases. The first is risk mitigation, and the second is demand generation. I won't walk through all of them, but as examples, if you think about office, not only is it risk mitigation, but it's also a powerful signaling message, not only to tenants and to employees, that you're doing everything you can to ensure their safety. And in retail, the same risk mitigation principles apply, but it can also be used to advertise to clients to give them greater comfort of coming into your space and therefore create additional demand. And think about it on a personal level. If you're going to take a vacation and you're going to stay in a rental home and someone has stayed there before, there may have been 3 or 4 people that are turning it over to prepare it for your occupancy as well. Would you want that unit disinfected to make sure that you're going into a safe environment? And would you be willing to pay for it? We think in most cases, the answer to that is yes. And that there's truly a broad application of the platform that we've built. We are uniquely positioned through our platform to service owners, managers, and tenants of all sizes. Through our data collection and process and tools, we can ensure quick rollouts. We've also put in place a national provider network that we have gone through stringent vetting process to ensure that we're using proper equipment, following CDC guidelines, and using EPA endless chemicals. In this process, if you're a large management or portfolio of space, it's very difficult if you're trying to piece that together at a site-by-site level. The other thing we've done is streamline logistics, where we serve as a single point of contact and handle all of the scheduling and service delivery. We track every single task through our mobile app, and we understand what the status is in real time. And at a high level, for owners and managers, we allow them to set the scope and cadence of work at a corporate level, and then through reporting, provide transparency into the detail of all services that have been delivered across our platform. In our experience, this is a real differentiator. It's often hard to understand what's going on at a microservice level, at a site level, or a city level, or a region, or in terms of your entire portfolio. And that's exactly what we've built, exactly what you'd want if you're implementing a risk mitigation strategy. As you can see, we're expanding rapidly across the nation. Within 10 days of launch, we had delivered services in over 15 cities. Since launch, we brought on more than 60 new customers and rendered over 1,600 services in 19 markets. Beyond that, we've built the coverage to perform service in 49 of the top 50 metros. We have built a platform and the provider network to scale to meet the demands of both local and national owners, managers, and tenants. If you're an owner, manager, or tenant of space and interested in exploring our disinfectant services, we would love the opportunity to connect. We will also be launching a Series A process in June and would love to engage in discussions if we are a good fit with your investment profile. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting.